What's the matter?
Oh, yes. Oh. That's better. That's what I'm on the move.
I'm filming this for your YouTube.
Hey, hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Chris, and every day I do a daily vlog, and every day I talk about something uniquely different. And yeah, if you're not subscribed, subscribe would be absolutely awesome, so thank you in advance. Today though, it was something completely different. As you could tell when I got out of my friend's newly acquired Land Rover, he had very little sponge on his seat, and therefore my rear end was so sore. And we were going up this very rocky, I want to call it a road, but it's not even a road. It's a green road, I think they call it here in the UK, where yes, you can take a vehicle up if it's equipped and ready to do so. But boy, oh my goodness, coming up that hill, it was just so painful on me. You could tell by the way that I struggled to get out of that vehicle and walk up the hill. But this is it. It's a 1979 Land Rover. My friend is besotted with it. His name's Russ. He loves fixing old things, and boy, is this old. And compared to modern day vehicles and cars, yeah, it really lacks the comforts. But the fun side is there, and that is the difference, isn't it? The fun side is where you get to travel around in an older vehicle like this and go all over the beautiful place of Devon. That's the county I live in. So we decided on this particular day to go to a beautiful place called Belvoir Woods, and it's up in an area of Dartmoor National Park, and it's just absolutely stunning. So that's my friend who I've known for many years, Russ, and that's me sat next to him talking a lot of rubbish, reminiscing about the old days and talking about where our futures lie. He's very much aware and a strong advocate of my YouTube channel. So a big shout out to him. And these country style roads, they're always lovely to look out at. And my friend said, we're going to go to this place, you'll really love it. I'd never actually been there before. So there was a degree of excitement, not only to see if we'd actually make it there in the Land Rover, but also if we got there, what it would actually look like. So probably we could have done this journey in under an hour, but I think it probably took us close to 2. But who's counting the time when you are looking at blue skies and wonderful countryside like this? It is lovely to look at. It really is. And my friend was just lapping it up. His newly acquired Land Rover, he was loving it. Some interesting sounds this vehicle was making though. And every time we changed gear, yes, you could hear a large or loud crunch. And that was interesting. So this is as you drive in towards Belvoir Woods. It is lovely. It is amazing. I truly felt like I'd gone on holiday. It felt like somewhere like Finland or Canada. So if you've got a place near you that looks like this, give me a comment below and let me know where it is you are in the world. I'd be interested to see if it's you know, I'm sure it's just as beautiful. But yeah, there was a sprinkling of cars there. What I was really amazed at is that there were toilets there, public conveniences, and you could just stop. They really care about this environment here. They don't want anybody to waste anything here or drop anything. So I think that keeps the integrity and the beauty of such a beautiful natural environment. So we drove up this hill then, looking for a place to park, which we shortly did. And there were people on the road just looking at us and admiring this vintage vehicle coming through. And when you look at the fact that this countryside is revered all over the world, people from all over come to Devon and Cornwall. There's a vehicle just to the left there, and that was a couple of Danes. And the chap there speaking to us really was admiring this incredible vehicle. In spite of everything, it was just magical, and I can't wait for him to give me a call again and go back out. All right, mate, I'm just gonna, because it's an experience, isn't it? I mean, I drive a relatively moderate saloon vehicle, but when you arrive at this place and look out, and just through those vehicles there's blue sky, and towards the blue sky is a river, and it's just stunning. This countryside really, if you're not feeling yourself, can really top you up. It can lift your spirits, raise you up, and just you forget about all the rubbish that's going on in our lives. I mean, look at this. It is absolutely incredible. Aren't we lucky to share this planet, to have a walk around paradise? And it just really blows me away that this is only a short distance from my home. It's food for the soul, as they say. When you're feeling stressed, when you have some anxiety in your life, when you have difficulties and issues, it is nice to be able to say to yourself, I'm going to literally go out into nature. And even when you just hear the sounds like a running river, you cannot underestimate just how nice a running river feels. And of course, when that sun comes out and you feel a little bit of warmth on your face. Now in February, it's been fairly cold here in the UK, especially here in Devon. And like I harped on about a few weeks ago, we actually had snow up around here, around Princetown. And that snow really only stuck around for a few days. But when you have snow and rain and cold, it can make for a very long winter. Now, we get away with it very easily here in Plymouth, in Devon. We don't have too much in the way of bad weather. So when we do get some bad weather, we do moan like crazy about it. So yeah, that's something that we do here. I enjoy coming out into nature though. A lot of what I film is around Plymouth and Devon and Cornwall. And really, this is Devon. I think it gets a bad press when we talk about Devon because everybody rushes to Cornwall. But when you've got this, it really can lift your spirits and make you feel a lot happier. And of course, as I was walking around, you wouldn't believe this, but I had a set of boots on, which is what you need when you come out and visit this kind of place. And I got my boot very quickly stuck in a little bit of bog, and I lifted my foot out and stepped forward, not realising it. And my socks then got wet because I stepped up to my ankles in mud. So I had to literally get my foot back in that boot, as you can see there, as I was crossing the river. And yeah, it felt soggy and horrible and wet. But that's part of the fun, isn't it? When you get back home, you have a nice hot shower and clean up. And look at this. It's lovely. I could talk about this all day long. When you hear the birds as well, and the dogs, and people walking their dogs and jumping in the river, it's all of it. This truly is paradise. We live in a world where this is just paradise. And nowhere in the known universe does this occur, does it? It is just here as far as we know. And how lucky are we? This really is a one-shot deal. The ingredients are ripe for the world to be this way at this time. And, you know, during the formation of the planet and the creation of everything, you couldn't have done a better job yourself if you designed it, could you? Nature is awesome. And at the hands of God, it's just amazing. And speaking of that, you could see some of the God rays creeping down through the trees onto the road. It really makes me feel so lucky to be alive. Like I say, in spite of all the issues or problems we have going on in our life, it's nice to know that we can fall back on this. Now that's us in the Land Rover getting ready to drive off and thin out and head back home. And yeah, it's just an experience and a half going in that Land Rover. Like I say, built in 1979. It is incredible. It was designed, obviously, and made for the Army, the British Army. I don't know if it actually saw any active service, as they say, but it's certainly a lovely vehicle and a fun vehicle to be in. So I would just end really by saying thank you so much for coming along with us on this journey. I really enjoyed having you along. This is a different vlog, and it's obviously part of my Vlogging Days series. So every day there's something uniquely different. I try and shake it up every day just to keep it really interesting for you guys. And I always look forward to the comments. So I'll be interested to see what you think about this one. And as always, a subscribe would be absolutely awesome. Just hit that button there if you could. I do memberships as well, and a super thanks. So if you want to help me carry on making these videos, that would be great. And I'll see you tomorrow on the next one. And God bless. See you tomorrow.